Hi guys, and welcome back. Today I'm going to teach you how to use our online databases for nursing. So I'm going to take you to the library's homepage first, and then we're going to scroll down past the Bulldog One search to databases by title, and this brings us to the LibGuides. So what you're going to do is over here to the right-hand side, if you go online databases by subject, your subject heading is right here, medical, health, and nursing. So we're going to click on this, and this will bring up all of the medical databases. But for our purposes, we're going to look at two different ones. So we're going to focus on Cinahl Complete first. So I'm going to go ahead and click on this. And this is an EBSCO database, and all of the EBSCO databases look like this. So pretty much anytime you're going into one of these, once you get the hang of it, you'll be able to do it. So first, I'm going to show you some of the cool stuff that Cinahl will do. So if you scroll down in the advanced search, you can narrow down your search parameters by all sorts of things. You can go by age group, by sex, by language, any of the things that you think are going to be pertinent to the research that you're doing, you can definitely do it. And I mean, you can limit it by full text and abstract, but I wouldn't limit yourself too much at this point until you get the initial search done. But I'm going to go ahead and put in female, and I'm going to do adults 80 and over. And up here, I am going to type in my keywords. And so with keywords, these are the hashtags of our database system. So once you put in what you're trying to accomplish, then it will bring, hang on just a second. There we go. So it will bring up information pertaining to your keywords. And so it just groups information together based on your search parameters. So we're going to come up with some results here. So it will tell you all kinds of different things. And because COVID is new, you're not going to get a ton of results. So you don't have to go through a serious process of limiting your results. But if you were to, you could limit it to full text, and abstract available is always nice because it's kind of like reading the synopsis of a book before you have to actually click into the journal article itself. So a couple of things with this. So this first result right here, when it comes up with these two things up here at the bottom, it means that we don't have it immediately available in our system. See the one below it, it's got the full text versions available. But with this, it doesn't really. And because this does something weird, I'm going to show you what this does. So this link is broken for this particular one, which means that it's not going to find your results. What Full Text Finder does is that it has access to any outside databases that our school doesn't encompass, and it will find the text if it's available to find. But in this case, it's not. So what you would do is you click on the request ILL, which is interlibrary loan. And so once you log into this, and I'm already logged in, so it won't show you that page, but you just fill out this form and it sends it on to Kevin, our interlibrary loan librarian. He's very nice. He will get either the e-version or he will send off for the actual print copy, just depending on what you're looking for. And the e-version will come pretty quickly, but if you're looking for the print version, it could take a few days. So definitely, if you have to get this research done, request this ahead of time. So let's go into what a regular text will look like. So there's two different formats that are available here, and this is important because this particular one right here is just going to show you the full text. It won't show you any kind of graphics or anything that go along with the text. It will just show you the pure text. But if you click on the PDF version of the text, this is actually the scanned in version of the journal article itself. So it will have all of that information. So if you are doing intensive research and you want to be able to see all of the visual graphics and everything that go along with it, then you're going to click on this one. So what we're going to do is go ahead and click into this one, and I'm going to show you a couple of things. So, and you can see right here to the left, we've got both versions, and it's got the abstract right here. So you can read it and kind of see if this is going to be information that is pertinent to what you're looking for. So the second thing that is really important for you guys to know is everything on this right-hand side. So a few different things that this will do is you can share this to Google Drive and save it there in case you want to bank some information and then go back to it later. The only problem with this is that you won't know which database you got it from. So if that's something that you need to know, what you'll want to do is copy the permalink. So if you just copy what's up here, it won't bring you back here sometimes because the links get broken and things like that. But if you click on the permalink, it will always bring you back here. And this has all sorts of really good information that you can do. And you can cite it, but the citations are not always so accurate. So let's look and see what we've got. So typically what you'll see with APA style in the 7th edition is that this middle section right here it should be in sentence style. So the first letter of the first word is capitalized and nothing else should be except for proper names like Chinese. And let's see. And it actually does look like it's accurate. But once again, you can't trust that. So always make sure that your citations are accurate, but it's a good little guide so that you don't have to retype every single thing. So that is good for you guys to know. So there's a couple more things that Cinahl will do, like the subject headings up here. If you're struggling to figure out what kind of keywords will work for what you're looking for, you can type in and we're going to go with compassion right here and see what comes up. So what it will do is compile subject headings based on what you typed in, and then you can kind of see what is tied into that particular subject heading and maybe get some inspiration from that. So that's just another cool thing that Cinahl will do. So now that you've seen Cinahl, let's go to a different kind of database. So we're going to go to the public health database because it is a ProQuest database, and this is the second main type of database that you're going to see in our system. NC Live is great, by the way. You can do all kinds of stuff with it, but that will be for another video. So here is the public health database, and ProQuest, as you can see, different from Cinahl, completely different. But once again, we're going to go to advanced search. And once again, you can put in your keywords up here and it will bring up information. But you can also choose some parameters down here too. And not all of them are as comprehensive as Cinahl, but you can still choose a few things. So we're going to do infants. And we're going to type in and it takes a second or two to pull it up sometimes. Okay, here we go. So right here up at the top, you can see how many results you've got. And let's see how it's pulling this information. So it's going from 1960 on. So what we can do is go ahead and tell it that we don't want that. We want things from 10 years and up. And that gets you down to 830, which is pretty decent. So another thing you can do is click these two right here, because you always want peer-reviewed and you want full text, because if you just have the abstract, it's not going to do you much good. And so what we're going to do is go into this first one here. And you can already see this one is set up totally differently than the EBSCO databases. This is where you're going to find all of the information that you're going to use when you're doing your research. So once again, the top bit is just giving you general information about what you're reading. And this right here is going to be just the text once again. And all it says is full text, and that literally is what it is. But if you go to PDF, then this is the scanned in version of this journal article. And it's thinking about it. There we go. And right here you can see exactly what I was talking about before. It has different kinds of graphics that go along with this that are really helpful for what you guys would need to see. So definitely always check the PDF version rather than the full text, because you'll get way more out of it if you do PDF. So another cool thing with this is that you can check the references to see what other research has been done, especially if you start getting stuck in your research. This is one way to push it forward. Another great thing about doing this kind of research is that you can go to this right here, cited by. So if the information in this particular article is too old for what you're trying to find, then you can click cited by, and newer texts that have cited this information will be pulled up, and it may give you a better overview of what you're initially looking for anyway. So those are just some cool things that it will do. So one last thing before I let you go. So there's a couple of different tricks that you can use in case you just have the journal, not the journal, but the article name. So what I'm going to do is copy it. And I wouldn't do this first, but this is one of the things that you can do, is go to Google Scholar. And mine is already programmed to, but you'll initially need to program it into the Garner web system. And once you do, then you can paste in your article name, and it will search it in the system to see if it can pull up the full text, and we can find it at Garner Web. So this is just a secondary way that you can find things in case all you have is the article name, and it is kind of a quick way to bring it up in the system. It doesn't always work, but this is definitely an option that you can use just in case. So lastly, what I'm going to show you is your particular LibGuide. So I'm going to go, so in case you get lost in here, a great thing to do is Backtrack. So if you look up here and just click LibGuides, then it will bring you back to the main page of the LibGuides. So what you're going to do is go to Graduate Guides, and if you go right here, Nursing 307 is here. And all of the information for APA style and article databases that pertain to what you're trying to accomplish is going to be right here. And introductions to all the different kinds of searches that you can do are also here, which is helpful to you guys. But that's all I have for you today. If you need to contact me for any reason or you have questions, my contact information is right here on the main page of your LibGuide. All right, have a good day, guys. Bye.